Well, I just want to have a conversation with you after following four great speakers. I am the chair of the European Subcommittee on Foreign Affairs, and I will speak from that perspective. Thank you for holding this hearing, this meeting today. I want to talk a little bit about this weapon system to the right of me. It was just mentioned that it killed 3 Americans, wounded 47 more in Jordan. This weapon system. I want to particularly thank UANI for their help on the Foreign Affairs Committee of giving us in April the data on this weapon system, what it's being used for. So the committee needed to know, because while I have been in Afghanistan, while I've been in the Gulf of Iraq, while I've been in Egypt, we need to know, as the members who have not been on the battlefield need to know what we're facing. So everyone on the committee got to know that because of your help. I want to talk about Iran. Obviously, I think all of us know that there are 3 priorities: are the survival of the regime, their nuclear program, and their support for terrorism. Now, obviously, the 3rd priority is down somewhat. They've started to distance themselves from the Houthis to some degree. So the nuclear program becomes even that much more important to Iran because of that. I hear a lot about this, the fact that the Ayatollah has told them they cannot produce an actual nuclear weapon, a nuclear warhead. Folks, I am beginning to question that, because I don't think that's true. I don't know who has actually seen that order, but I am starting to question whether or not it is actually true. They are right now vulnerable, so I am concerned about them racing to a warhead. They have 60% enriched uranium. It is a short step to 90%, which is what they want, a very short step. I'm concerned about that, and I will tell you, I think round 4 in Oman this weekend will be vitally important, because it's the 4th round of discussions. I think we're going to determine whether or not they are in the least bit serious this weekend. Now, time is not in our favor, because if Europe is going to institute snapback sanctions on Iran, they really need to do that by sometime in June to get through the process by the time they expire. So I want to point out to you that time is not on our side. We need to be determining whether or not they are at all serious before we move forward. And I want to move to some good news now. I've spent close to a year working with European nations, because Iran was shipping these things to Russia for use in Ukraine. They are deadly. They are deadly. So I've been working with the foreign ministers. I was in Europe several weeks ago, dealing personally with the foreign ministers. I've sent rounds of letters to the European nations telling them we need to stop the transit of Iran air, particularly through the European airports, because that's how they're getting these things to Russia. I'll tell you, I talked to one foreign minister, obviously unnamed, who was unaware of the situation, of the issue. But when you land on a European airport, that is material support for terrorism, defined as such. That's what we wanted to stop. And frankly, the E3, UK, Germany, and France took the lead on it. Although I was told that sanctions are EU-wide, the E3 took the lead on it. And several weeks later, the entire EU followed with sanctions on Iran air. So they will try everything they can to get these things into Russia, but we have stopped a major route of getting these things into Russia. We can't stop there. I will tell you that this weapon system to the right of me is basically a kamikaze. It doesn't care. We've got to stop it, and I will tell you, we have actually signaled to China that we are serious about this. I will stand with the 4 great speakers that you heard before me to stop, however we can, Iran exporting this weapon system along with the fact that I am so grateful that President Trump is in office and said total dismantlement. That is an absolute red line for all of us. But in the meantime, we have to keep nibbling away at the Iran, stopping the Iran support for terrorism, which this weapons system represents to a large degree. I just appreciate you letting me speak here. Thank you for holding this, and I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And truly, thank you, Congressman. You've been a patriot in serving this country even before you were there, and your role as that chairman of the Europe Subcommittee is so important because Europe is experiencing this. We brought this drone in with our friends, the Polish government, Ambassador Kush is here, and we have good allies in Europe, but we need to have them do more, and we need to prevent this kind of weapon system from terrorizing our friends, allies, and Americans in Europe as well, and in the Middle East. So thank you, sir. Thank you for everything.